Every day, over 150,000 people in the Champaign-Urbana region use roadways, bridges, bike lanes, sidewalks, trails, railroads, and the airport to get to where they need to be. Our transportation system has a huge impact on our daily lives and routines, and transportation planning touches on many areas that affect our quality of life, such as safety, the economy, environment, health, and even our social lives. We are the Champaign-Urbana Urbanized Area Transportation Study, also known as CUUATS, a program of the Regional Planning Commission. We work with local communities and the Illinois Department of Transportation to coordinate an urban transportation system that accommodates all the ways people and goods move throughout the region. Our role is not to own or maintain any roadways. Rather, we work with the local agencies that own, maintain, plan for, and operate on our roadways to make sure all the different transportation systems work together in a safe and coordinated way. One of our primary responsibilities is to help identify a 25-year vision for the future of transportation in the Champaign-Urbana region. Over the last 2 years, we have been updating the region's federally mandated long-range transportation plan, known as the LRTP. CUUATS planners and engineers update the LRTP every 5 years to forecast how the region's transportation system will evolve over the next 25 years. The LRTP includes short-term 5-year goals as well as longer-term 25-year goals. This plan looks at the development of pedestrian, bicycle, bus, automobile, rail, and air travel, and identifies transportation projects that can benefit the Champaign-Urbana metropolitan planning area. This planning area includes the cities of Champaign and Urbana, as well as the villages of Savoy, Tolono, Bonneville, and Mahomet. Because transportation impacts so many different aspects of our lives and our community, we assembled a broad-based steering committee that includes representatives from the municipalities in the planning area, as well as other public service representatives from across the region to help guide and oversee the LRTP. We start the planning process by compiling and updating local data relevant to the current transportation system, then involve the public in identifying current strengths and weaknesses in this system. We place special emphasis on connecting with the public so we can produce a plan that is grounded in a shared vision for the future. In 2018, we held over 20 events around the metropolitan planning area to identify transportation priorities for the future. We collected feedback and listened to your suggestions for new bike paths, more lighting for traveling at night, curb ramps to accommodate wheelchairs, and many other ideas. All of this data and input serves as the foundation for developing goals and prioritizing projects for the future. We employ a scenario planning approach that allows us to evaluate and compare different strategies for achieving our goals. We've developed a suite of interconnected models that project future conditions based on different changes to the transportation network. These models project future conditions, such as how many cars, trucks, buses, bikes, and pedestrians will be traveling in the region. And that's just the start. We're also measuring vehicle emission levels, locations of roadway congestion, and the cost of new infrastructure, along with many more metrics. Throughout the scenario planning and modeling process, we worked closely with the steering committee to refine future strategies and develop the 2045 vision. This vision incorporates projected population and employment changes, new and emerging transportation technologies, and funding opportunities at the federal, state, and local levels. Some of the strategies identified in the 2045 vision may require additional funding. However, projects included in the LRTP Future Vision have an advantage when competing for future grants because they have been publicly reviewed and approved in the course of the LRTP process. Based on the input and analysis, we are excited to present an ambitious and attainable 2045 vision for the Champaign-Urbana region, building on the region's current strengths and committed to improving safety, multimodal connectivity, economy, equity, and the environment for all residents and visitors. Safety objectives focus on improving infrastructure conditions, reducing crashes, and eliminating transportation fatalities. Multimodal connectivity objectives support infrastructure for walking and biking, boosting public transport ridership, and reducing vehicle miles traveled on local roadways. Economy objectives facilitate transportation access to employment, as well as customer and supplier access to businesses. Equity objectives measure access to shared transportation resources for residents of all ages and abilities, with an emphasis on multimodal access for low-income residents. Environment objectives include limiting the expansion of the urban footprint to protect valuable agricultural land, maximizing the efficiency of existing transportation, and maintaining superior air quality, in part by supporting vehicles using alternative fuels. It is not enough to create a 25-year vision and hope that it comes to fruition. To ground the 2045 vision in reality and track its implementation, the LRTP 2045 includes 5-year goals, SMART objectives, and data-driven performance measures. These are assessed annually in the LRTP Annual Report Card to measure progress toward long-range transportation goals. The LRTP is one tool to help us create the future we want for our community. Let's work together to start making the LRTP 2045 a reality today.